welcome back to the Boxing Bookie. I'm joined once again with the homie Muscles. What's up, Muscles?
Hey man, not much, not much. Another day, another day. A lot
Let
to
me just
talk about.
let me just put in the Discord that I'm live. I didn't say I'm live. Hang on, hang on. Introduce yourself. Tell everyone where they can find you.
Yeah, so as you guys know me, go as muscles. You guys can get me on Instagram. That's like my main social media platform that I use. Um, I use Snapchat a little bit, but you can get me mainly on Instagram. It's Money for Muscle 24. And I also use Facebook. You get me on Facebook. We can connect on there too. Carlos Sayer Brown, for sure.
All right. We got a good one for you today, guys. Let me pay the bills first. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Please smash the like button. Follow me all forms of social media at 3D Boxing, 3D Boxing Blog. I'm going to go live twice today. I'm going to go live again tonight. I didn't get to go live yesterday, so I want to make it up to you. I want to do 2 lives today. I'll do 2 lives today and 2 lives tomorrow, and then we'll do Saturday when everything is said and done. We'll go live Saturday after all the fights.
You mean after we
Uh,
win Saturday, you'll go
After
live
we
again?
win
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Saturday, after we make some more money on Saturday, I'll go
Facts.
live. Uh,
That's what we do here, baby.
what up, y'all? What up, Gary?
Gary.
All right. Let me post the link here. Guys, join the Patreon. If you have not already, just $5 a month gets the absolute best gambling advice. It gets you lock of the week, gets you ask the bookie anything. It gets you access to the Discord. The Discord's a great community. We stream fights there. It gets you the updated props. It gets you live betting. It gets you all the best gambling advice anywhere in the known universe for just $5 a month. So make sure to join the Patreon. I'm losing my brain. What's All right, you ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's jump right
I
into it,
gotta pay the
baby.
bills first. I gotta pay the bills, guys. Sorry.
You got
I'm a little slow today. Yeah, I'm a little slow today. Guys, head on over to carnivalbar.com. That's carnivalbar.com. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. The Carnival Bar is a meal in your pocket, the world's only high-fat, grass-fed beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move in stores for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. It's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar, carnivalbar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. That's promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. All right, now we can start the show. What up, Rando? What up? All right. We got some. I'm working on the Fernando Vargas and did I drop it already? Give me one. Did I drop the
you
Fernando
dropped a
Vargas video?
you dropped a
I did.
few. Yeah,
I
yeah.
dropped the
You
Fernando Vargas and Gonzalo Correa video. I know a lot of you guys are gonna want to add that to your parlay to bring down the odds a little bit. He'll win. I don't think he's very good. At minus 1,400, I may look to add something else. He's going to win, I would imagine. He's explosive. He's powerful. Korea may have a very questionable chin, but Korea's been in with Jaime Munguia. He's been in with some guys. He's a real opponent. He can move a little bit. He's got some skills. He's not going to win, I don't think. I don't love adding this to your parlay at minus 1,400. If it was minus 700, I would say do it. At minus 1,400, I just don't think the juice is worth the squeeze on this one. So I know a lot of you guys are going to ask me, well, can I add this to my parlay to bring the odds down a little bit? Is it safe? It's probably safe. But it's like there are safer, there are better bets than this at minus 1,400 to throw your parlay. So Zanabek, that's who else. He fought Zanabek in 2020 and he fought Munguia in 2023. And now he's fighting Vargas. He's probably going to lose. He's one of those Argentinian guys who are tough as hell and a little awkward. I think there are better bets to add to your parlay if you're going to try to bring down your odds. What up, Jets Johnny? Ford over 8.5. Boots over 10.5. William Foster money line. Jordan White money line. This is paying you plus 353. Like, let me break this down. Oh, Boots over 10.5. That's the kicker right there. Boots.
That's
over.
why. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Because I wanted to address. You had some concerns about his weight loss and the weight cut, and if there's going to be a rehydration clause. I don't think there is. But hang on. Let me go over this real quick. 79 Ford over 8.5. I love William Foster money line. Jordan White money line. Yeah, William Foster I like a lot, and Jordan White money line I like a lot. The only kicker here is boots over.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. Give me your thoughts on this parlay first.
It's great minus that 10.5 on boots, man. Because I'm gonna so I just saw the Matchroom press conference just now before we went live, and Bozy and Boots are both saying, listen, it might be an early night. So Boots is motivated, man. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's gonna be an early night. I think if there's gonna be a stoppage, it's gonna come probably mid to late, probably more late, makes more sense. But I don't know about that 10.5, man. I would say just take Boots money line and keep everything else as it is on this parlay.
I want to calculate this one real quick. Hang on. If I put Boots money line at minus 600, it's going to bring down the odds quite a bit. Let me see what it would do.
It's probably going to get you back to minus money. I don't think it's going to be even money once you do that.
But it's plus 105. Let me.
You still get plus? Oh, okay.
Let me 79 pros. How do you feel? Look. So I want to make sure I have this right. Jordan White money line. All right, I have this right. Forster money line. White money line. I love both of those. Ennis money line and over 8.5. It's gonna pay plus 105.
That's way better.
If you really feel confident that this is gonna go over, take the bet. The kicker to me there is Boots over 10.5. I don't know that it goes over 10.5. It could. Stan Jonas is tough. Stan Jonas is rugged. But Boots is so explosive and so powerful. Are you worried about the rehydration clause? Is that why you think this is going over? You could be right. Like, I'm laying off the over-under and the stoppage props altogether. Like, at minus 600, I'm just going to use it at my parlay to bring down some odds. Like, it's not terrible at minus 600. I like those odds. What are your thoughts on this going the distance or not, Muscles?
To be honest with you, all right, so now that I'm thinking a little bit more into it now, G, to be honest, to his defense, 79 pros, right? The weight cut could possibly make this go the distance. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how weak Boots is going to be. Because, I mean, I saw that picture that he posted on his IG. I didn't like what I saw, G. He looked like a skeleton, bro. That concerned me a little bit. I'm like, damn, I didn't like that. So I'm not really that mad at the 10.5, although I think just taking him straight up on the money line is safer. But I can see why he would want to take the 10.5 if he's going based off what, the weight cut and the rehydration and everything like that. You got to take those things into consideration. So,
yeah, I don't mind this bet at all. At plus 350, it's pretty good odds, especially if you think this is going over. My inkling is that Boots gets a stoppage in the middle rounds. That's my inkling. So I don't love that. The rest of this, I think, is safe. I would, if it were me, I think if you took Boots on the money line, the odds are going to go down a lot. It's going to be basically an even money bet. It's going to be plus 105. But it's still plus money. That's a home run. That's easy money to me. I think the over on Ford is obvious. I think William Foster and Jordan White are both very, very good. I think William Foster is exceptional. I know he's got some losses, but I think William Foster is really good. So I think my only issue is the over, right? And that's the kicker. That's where the money's being made. I'm 50-50. I really 50-50 on whether or not I think this goes over. It's up to you. The rest of the bet I sign off on 79 pros for sure. I would feel safe if it was my money. I would throw the money on. I would just put Boots money line and get plus 105 instead of plus 350.
Right, because you're still getting even money in case it doesn't go over. You know what I'm saying? You're picking just a straight up winner. You know what I mean? So, and that plus 105, I mean, that's still really good if you're taking him on the money line when he's already minus 600. So.
I do like this though.
That is nice. I know it
Yeah.
is nice. It is. It's enticing, like a mother, but
I
it's a
don't
little
hate
bit of a
it. Like,
gamble, though.
I don't hate it at all, 79, but that's the one concern I would have. The one change I would make would just be take Boots on the money line. Yeah, everything is good, Humble. Everything is good. He says what's up, Muscles. All
Humble,
right.
my man. What's going on, my man?
So let's get into the weight trade. He's obviously getting big. He's getting older. How old is Boots now? He's got to be pushing 30, right? 28, 29?
Close. Yeah, I think it's like 28, 29, around there.
He's getting older. His body's getting bigger. It's getting harder and harder to make the weight. But there are some guys who, Eric Morales, Maurice Hooker come to mind, where they would look like skeletons at the weigh-in too. And you basically had to drag their dead body and then they'd be fine. And Eric Morales would go out and be sensational. He'd throw 100 punches around and he would look amazing, right? So I don't know. I would have to look at the history. I would have to say, how does he usually look? Is this worse than he usually looks?
This is the worst I've seen him, G. I got to be honest. It is.
Because this happened to Sean Porter. And Sean Porter looked like death when he fought Ugas. And then he looked like dog water in the ring with Ugas. And a lot of people thought Ugas beat him. Then he fights he lost both fights, but he fought to Crawford and Spence. And he filled out and he looked better at the weigh-in and he fought a lot better. A lot of people thought he beat Spence, right?
Yep.
So I don't know. I'd have to go look at his other weigh-ins to see if this is what he actually looks like, or is this a really, really bad weight cut for him? I'm gonna make the parlay with Boots money line. Also make a smaller one with the over. Thanks for the advice.
There you go. A lot better.
Appreciate the super chat, 79. Appreciate you.
Hey G, really quick. Someone asked me a question earlier about with my boxing slips, my betting slips, if I only bet boxing with other sports, or I forget who it was in there.
Did someone ask you?
Yeah.
Oh, question. Okay, I didn't even see this. Sorry about that, Francisco.
So no, so to answer your question, Francisco, I never ever. I'm just like Gary. So I do this full time now, just like Gary. So I even before I didn't do it full time, I never mix my boxing stuff up. I only do boxing and that's it. I don't mix it with no basketball, baseball, football, UFC. It's just straight up boxing. It just works for me. That's where I make all of my money. So just straight up boxing, nothing else.
So yeah, we got you, Frankie. Sorry about that. I totally missed it. Cedric says, I've done a 16 parlay involving Ford over 8.5 and Boots for the win. With 4 soccer bets came through, just waiting for boxing. 700 to win 1533. Nice. I can't help you with the soccer bets at all, but if you got it, I mean, yeah, if you got what Ford over, that's easy money, and Boot, that's easy money. Yeah, you're gonna hit that, Cedric. You're gonna rest easy. You're gonna hit that. The over on Ford is the most obvious bet to me. That's my favorite bet of the week. All right. Let's I want to. Can you guys see this? You can, right? Yeah. All right. Christopher Guerrero at minus 2,000. I would honestly, I would feel safer adding Guerrero to my parlays than adding Fernando Vargas Jr. because this is an easy fight for him. The Fernando Vargas Jr. fight isn't easy. He'll probably win it. He should win, but to me it's too risky at minus 1,400. If you want to just bring down your odds, I would do it with this a little bit. I know it's not as good, but and then this is getting where this opened up. You know what this opened up as? This Asanu fight with Patera. Do you know what this opened up as on DraftKings at?
I do not. I would have to look. Where's he at right now? I can't see from there.
Oh, it's at minus 4,000.
Minus 4. Oh yeah, no.
You know what it opened up at?
I don't. I would assume probably minus 1,000 maybe.
Minus 1,600.
Oh, 2,000? 1,600?
1,600. Yeah, it went from minus 1,600 to minus 4,000. At minus 1,600, I said, "Oh, this is a nice bet to throw in your parlay." Now minus 4,000, it's really not doing anything for you at all.
Nothing at all. That's insanity. Minus
Francisco
4,000.
Rodriguez minus 1,400. Again, I would feel safer with this and Tamir Smalls. Tamir Smalls, I would feel safe with too. I would feel better with all of these. If you was just looking to get the odds a little better on your parlay, I would feel safer with any of these. Don't do this. This Aston thing's now, this is out of control. It went from minus 1,600 to minus 4,000. That's wild.
Wow.
I would feel safer with any of these than the Vargas fight. Vargas isn't, it's his name, it's his brother. He's not that good. Like, he's not nearly as good as his brother, who I think is overrated. Shane Mosley, I would lay off of that at minus 4,000. Amari Jones, I would lay off of that at minus 10,000. Steven Shaw at minus 475. I would probably lay off of that too, just because this is not safe. I don't know why he's probably going to win, but at minus 475, Steven Shaw is not a good bet. That's not a good bet at all. I do like these, like Steven Shaw and William Foster are about the same odds. This is easy work for William Foster. Steven Shaw might lose. So, William Foster is a nice little bet to add to your parlay. William Foster is a really good fighter. When he has a full camp, he's really, really good. And so is Jordan White. Like, you should rest easy with both of those, Jordan White and William Foster. They don't have the best odds at minus 800 and minus 500, but they're guaranteed wins. Like, you can book those.
Now, William Foster, he only had that one loss, right?
He's got 2 losses, I think.
Was it 2?
Does he have a loss in a draw? He might have a. Hang on.
I think it was. I think he had 1 loss in a draw. I could be wrong. Though. I would have to check.
He's got 2 losses. He's got a loss to Erdison Garcia, which is a bad loss in retrospect. And then he's got a loss to Henry LeBron.
Yeah, Henry LeBron. That's the one that I saw. Yeah.
That was the one, where the scorecards were all over the place.
Yeah, they were everywhere.
99-91 for Foster and 96-94 for Henry LeBron.
Yeah, for LeBron, yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
Crazy, right?
And then he after that he came back and he got the win over Jason Velez. I think this is safe. I mean, he's not fighting anyone of note. He's fighting Brandon Benitez, Mexican fighter, no power. He's been knocked out 3 times. This is easy. I don't even, this is actually a pretty good bet to add to your parlay.
Yeah, that's a gimme fight.
The same thing with Jordan White. Now, Jordan White's minus 800, so it's not as good, but why? Okay, let me address some of these. Hang on.
I mean, he didn't look too bad against LeBron though. That was a good competitive fight.
He's talking about the Erdison Garcia fight. He's talking about the Erdison Garcia fight.
I didn't watch that fight to its entirety, so I can't speak too much on that one.
Because William Foster has some good wins. William Foster is highly skilled, right? Like Tim Bradley talked about him on that ESPN telecast, like he was going to be a future world champion. And he's fighting an absolute nobody who gets knocked out with no power, right? So is he going to outbox William Foster? Is he going to put a bunch of rounds in the bank because you can't knock him out? So there's no path to victory for Foster. There's no path of victory for Benitez. He's not going to knock him out because he has no power. So now he's got to outbox a master boxer over 10 rounds. I don't like. That's why I would say it's a lock, man, because there's no. He doesn't have the power to hurt him, and he's not good enough to win the rounds. Yeah, he's got 2 losses. William Foster didn't look. No, I agree, Top Notch. I agree. He did not look good. But again, he's not fighting a world-class guy. He's fighting an opponent. He's fighting an opponent-level fighter who's there to lose. If he was fighting a world-class guy, I would say, that's more of a concern. This is simply a fight to get him back in the win column. Like that's all this is. And I get he hasn't looked as good as last 2 fights as he has in the past. But William Foster's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. He'll get through this. All right. Foster's a lock. No, Foster's not a big hitter either, but that's not Forster's not a big hitter. How many knockouts? Forster has 11 knockouts. He's not a huge hitter, but that's not how he's going to win the fight. He's not winning the fight on his power. He's winning it on his skill.
Mm-hmm. Outboxing.
Forster and Jordan White are the locks of this card. Yeah. Steven Shaw says, yeah. Yeah, if Steven Shaw is going to win, I would bet it's going to be inside the distance. So if you're going to bet on Steven Shaw, you might as well. Well, we don't have a prop by stoppage, but if you're going to bet on Steven Shaw, you might as well take him on by stoppage. Do we have a prop for that? No, we don't. If you're going to take Shaw, take him by stoppage. I don't mind that at all. He's not that good. He's been stopped once, right? He's got 2 losses. He lost to FA. That went the distance. And then he lost to somebody I never heard of in his next fight out. I don't even remember who, but he lost 2 fights in a row. I think the odds on that are wide, but if there was a prop for this thing to end within the distance, I would take that. Like if there was a does this fight go a distance prop, that would be the bet. But I do think the winner's probably going to win by stoppage. I would agree with that. 79 Pros is back. Thank you for the $10 super chat, 79 Pros. UFC, I won't bet this because he's my guy, but I have some info on Bryce Mitchell. I met him a few times because he lives near me. Bryce is genuinely worried that the UFC is blackballing him this fight. Not my specialty. I don't know. I don't know, 79. But thank you for the super chat.
And this is why I stay away from UFC.
Yeah, I do appreciate the super chat, though, 79 Pros. Gary Austin wants to know, Ford by points at -1. Yeah. Ford points to me is obvious. At minus 170, there's a good bet.
That's a give me right there. Bet. Yeah,
I'm gonna throw some money on Ford by decision.
I might side bet that. I mean, because we already got our parlay placed in our lock of the week, but for a side bet, I think I might throw something on that.
To me, it's obvious. Like if you ask 10 boxing people, how does this fight end? I think 10 people say Ford by decision.
Facts.
He went the distance. What up, Ryan? Hello. What up, Ryan? He went the distance with FA. Yeah. No, he fought FA well. I agree. He went the distance with FA, and then he lost his next fight. If you like Steven Shaw, yeah, I would bet him by stoppage. I think both guys, most of their fights come by knockout. So I would feel safe betting. If you feel safe on Steven Shaw, get the better odds and take him by stoppage, I would say. Charlie Suarez is going to beat Navarrete. You might be onto something there, Ryan. I think Charlie Suarez is a live dog against Navarrete. I do. I
can't disagree with that. I can't disagree with that. Yeah.
Jets Johnny says Bryce is winning 100%. Thank you for the $10 super sticker, Cedric. Appreciate you. All right. All right. What else do we have? Have I gone through everything on this? Mary Spencer right here. This is on. So there's a card tonight. The top ranked card. It's the Canadian card, the Eye of the Tiger card. That's what all this is on. And then Dimitri Asanow is the main event, which is now minus 4,000. So there's really no money to be made on this card, to be honest. Like if I parlayed all 3 fights. Wait, hang on 1 second. It's being weird here. Give me 1 second.
Those lines are crazy.
Let me close this out real quick. Hang on. My computer's being weird. The odds aren't good, which is what I'm trying to say. Let me close this out real quick. Give us your thoughts on the Enos Stanionis fight real quick while I try to figure this out. Why my computer's being weird.
Yes, I think this might be because they had asked. I think what's his name asked Boots if this is gonna be his toughest fight, and Eddie Hearn asked him that, and he said, "I don't know. We're gonna find out once we get in that ring if it's gonna be the easiest fight. But I know one thing: I'm gonna show out." It's just Boots' aura, his vibe is just telling me like he's coming to just get in there and show out. And I think he might listen, man. I kind of go back and forth as far as how he's gonna perform, but I think he's gonna go in there, and I think he might make it easier than what people think, man.
I'm
Boots is a
lagging.
special fighter.
Kyle says I'm lagging. Am I lagging? Do I sound okay, guys?
No, you perfect on my end.
All right, cool. I'm having some computer issues. I'm gonna reset this, and Bryce is getting flatlined. Round 12 stoppage against Adebek when he was down on. Yeah, no.
Yeah. He got lucky with that one, man.
Yeah, he did, but I didn't think he was like. Look, if you had him down on the cards, cool. I didn't think he was losing. I thought he was winning. Apparently, he was right. His corner was right. He needed the 12th round stoppage.
He needed it, yeah.
I didn't see the fight that way, though. I thought it was very, very close. I think I had him up, especially like if he gets a 10-8 round there. But yeah, no, that was, and it was a few seconds left. Like that was a crazy fight.
He needed that because you don't know how the judges would have scored that one. So,
79 Pro says Jets Johnny. I hope he wins. Too. He's a great guy, but he straight up said out of his own mouth he's worried they are feeding him to the wolves on this one. I can't help you, man. I don't. Yeah.
That's not our expertise, right, G?
Ryan says Ennis looked drained. He did. We were talking about that a little earlier, Ryan. I got to go back and see how he looks at his other weigh-ins. Some people, like we said, Morales, Maurice Hooker, that's just how they look at weigh-ins. And they go and they fight and they're fine. So
we can't go off that too much and read too much into that, you know.
Dan Jonas has been super inactive. Yeah, not totally his fault. The 2 fights with Virgil got canceled because Virgil's rhamnobaliosis or whatever it's called. And before that, the fight got postponed because he had appendicitis. So he got appendicitis. They had to push it back. Then Virgil got rhamnobaliosis, and then he got it a second time. And then it was like that fight was like 2 years in the making and never happened.
And don't forget, Stan has a baby coming. The baby's doing like 2 days, so he's dealing with a lot too.
He's dealing with a lot,
yeah.
Also, yes, that's what we want to talk about. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you for bringing it up. From what I understand, Kristen is correct. Kristen says this is a unification, so no rehydration clause, which benefit Boots. Yes, if I believe that is correct. I'm 99% sure that is correct. And Kristen is right. So there's no rehydration clause, then that's really going to benefit. Then I really wouldn't worry about Boots being drained if he's got a full 30 hours or whatever to put the weight back on.
And this is why I wouldn't bet the over 10.5, because now that this is confirmed here, no, over 10.5, I wouldn't even take that bet. Way too risky.
I want to take Ford money line over decision because I'm scared Ford stops him late. All right. I mean, the problem, then just take the over then. Just take the over. And look.
Because remember, this is a 10-round fight. So if you're saying late, what are you talking, like 9 rounds, 8 rounds?
The Ford on the over is minus 330. That's why that's part of my lock.
Right.
Ford on the money line is minus 1300. If you think he stops him late, this gives you some room to play with. Like, if you really like Ford on the money line, just take him on the money line, but it's not really paying that well. You know what I'm saying? It's minus 1400. Right. You can take it and you can feel safe with it, but like, if you think he's going to stop him in the last round or so, just take the over.
Matisse is durable, though, man. I don't know if he's never been stopped.
Is durable, yeah.
Yeah.
Ford has a little power, a little bit. His power comes with his speed. He lands on the button. The shots are accurate and fast. You don't see him coming. It kind of makes his shots a little peppier. You spent your winning jet muscles. They want to know.
Oh, of course. I have to.
That money is counted for. Yeah. Honestly, good point about Stan dealing with a lot. But at this point, it seems like when a fighter is going through a lot, they come out on top. Gary, Antoine Russell, Buster Douglas, Kambosos, versus Tio. Yeah, sometimes that's true.
Extra
And
motivation.
depend on the individual. Some people are gonna fight through it, and some people are gonna fold up. It depends on the individual.
Yeah.
I just don't want the over 8.5 to mess up my parlay. All right, then if it's just a part of a big parlay, then take him on the money line. The money line is safe. It just doesn't pay
as much.
Yeah, it's safe though. He's gonna win. He's not gonna lose.
Right.
So feel safe with that. All right, guys, I gotta wrap this up. I gotta get going. Muscles, any final thoughts? You want to close this out? I will be live again tonight.
Yeah, no. Let's just lock in, man. A couple more days to time to get paid out. So let's do it. If you guys came in late, if you guys want to reach out to me, we can connect. Show you my secrets on the bets, But you can get me on Instagram. That's my main social media platform that I use at Big Money Muscles 24. And then you can get me on Facebook too, Carlos Sayer Brown. So appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate y'all, Muscles. We got another good lock this week, guys. Join the Patreon if you're not already. Link is in the description. It's also that little ticker below. Thank y'all for the super chats. I'll be back tonight. It's April 10th, 2025. It's my brother's birthday. Remind me to text my brother when we come on tonight.
Happy birthday to G's brother, man. Blessings.
April 10th, 2025. Remind me though. Be like, Gary, did you text your brother?
I'll text you. No, I got you. I'll text you.
April 10th, 2025, from Texas to the world. Thank you, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.